Educate yourself.
Being fat is not a choice.
Oh no!
Because you're jealous of us.
I'm overweight.
That's what I call junk food.
The insufferable Marissa replies to a comment that says, if a medical professional denies care, find a new one.
If they all weren't fatphobic and it was that simple, then we fucking would. Then we wouldn't have this fucking problem. But we do, because most medical professionals are fucking fatphobic. So no, we can't just find a fucking new one. Educate yourself, holy shit.
Of course they are fatphobic. They know that much, that excess fat is something to be afraid of. That's what causes all the diseases.
Wait, so them doing their job and keeping you healthy is fatphobic?
Bruh, where are they keeping us healthy?
You're gonna run into me. I am, but I'm at an angle still. There. Oh my god. You don't know how to drive.
Walking will do your body good. And put the Pringles back and get some celery instead.
Oh no, she went to a Chinese buffet. Oh shit.
Let's talk about one of the biggest lies in nutritionism, that we should be grazing all day to keep our metabolism high. The truth? Frequent eating is one of the fastest ways to wreck your hormones, spike your insulin, and guarantee weight gain over time. Every time you eat, your insulin rises. Insulin is the fat storage hormone, and when it's elevated all day, your body can't burn fat for fuel. Calories in versus calories out aside, you should be giving your body the hormonal conditions to lose weight. If you want real weight loss and you're tired of the excuses pushed by fat acceptance culture, you're at the right place. Be aware of the next explanation.
I just want to go on record when I say that being fat is not a choice. That is it. Period. Being fat is not a choice. It's not. Being fat is not a choice because it's a disease. My body is not a disease. Are there health conditions that can be correlated to higher body weight? Yes, I've never denied that. However, that isn't an excuse for fat phobia. That's not an excuse for medical weight stigma. That's not an excuse for you to assume that every single person in a larger body is the same.
Well, indirectly, obesity is indeed a choice because you are choosing to eat. You see how I said to eat and not what you eat? So you cannot say that you do not have healthy options. So whatever you eat, you can eat less of. And how is your body not a disease? It is full of diseases. And of course, not every fat person is the same, but all fat acceptance activists are.
It's not a choice per se, but it is the consequences of our actions that we don't all necessarily understand or know how to cope with.
Whatever you want to tell yourself, girl.
So you're saying you don't eat crisps, you don't eat biscuits, You don't eat fried food, you don't eat snacks, you don't eat any of that stuff?
No, no way. That's what I call junk food.
They just ate the rest of the family.
A calorie deficit, logging food, OMAD, under 1,200 calories, at least 10,000 steps, not losing. Why? Because you're a liar. I've never heard somebody, it's so early in the morning for you to be lying as bad as you are. It's 8:05 a.m. on the East Coast. For you to have said a lie to this extent, this early in the morning, has got to be studied. Why are you lying so bad? You just woke up. Say a prayer instead. Black, you said, I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm logging my food. I'm doing OMAD. I'm eating under 1,200 calories a day. I'm doing 10,000 steps a day. I'm not losing weight. Why? Because you're not actually doing any of those things. You're logging food. You're not making your meals at home, cooking them without oils and butters and measuring them on your food scale. You're not in a calorie deficit like you said. You're not eating under 1,200 calories. You are lying. You cannot gaslight your way into losing fat, right? Right? So you want me to believe that you're doing all these things and it's not working. The truth is you're not doing those things. You think you are though. You think you're eating under 1,200 calories. You think you're in a calorie deficit. You think. Thinking is not facts. Do you make your meals at home? No. Do you cook them without oils and butters? No. Do you measure them on your food scale? No. You just lying. Lying is not going to get that fat off the back of your neck. So if I was you, I get a meal plan. I'd make my meals at home, cook them without oils and butters, measure them on my food scale. I would actually be eating at calorie maintenance, and I would actually be losing fat and building muscle. I've helped over 100,000 people do this. Most people lose 8 to 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks and 1 pound of fat loss every week after that. You cannot gaslight your way into your dream body. You're going to have to do some work. Use the code LIVE.
No need to lie, because the body tells the truth. Her hormones may be imbalanced. You cannot outwork imbalance hormones.
Send this to a friend who needs to hear it. I might not have a million friends, but you weigh as much as a million would. Got your own gravitational pull. Pulled me right in.
Sending this to myself.
Let's get back to the frequent eating myth. When you eat 6 or 7 times a day, you're keeping your insulin high almost constantly. That means your fat cells stay locked up, and your body runs on sugar instead of tapping into stored fat. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, hormonal chaos, and stubborn weight gain. This is why intermittent fasting, keto, low-carb, or simply spacing out meals are powerful tools for weight loss. They let insulin drop low enough for your body to burn fat again.
The overconfident Tess Holliday.
Plus-size folks really stay rent-free in some of your brains. And it is so funny. It's hilarious because in the 15 years that I have been fat and online, the one consistent thing that I see is people shitting all over us for just existing. For just existing.
Here's the thing. No one's out here losing sleep because someone is plus size. What people do have an issue with is when just existing gets rebranded as never address the health consequences. The reason people speak up isn't obsession, it's concern. Being significantly overweight increases risks for heart disease, diabetes, joint damage. This isn't hate, it's basic biology.
If you guys really hate plus size people as much as you say you do, then leave us alone. Let us exist. Shouldn't bother you. Shouldn't bother you that we sell out of your merch and show up looking better than most. And we're still fat. Shouldn't bother you. Shouldn't bother you that we never have an issue landing a date, getting a boo. Shouldn't matter. If fat people weren't in your orbit and in your brain as much as you deny that they are, it shouldn't bother you that we go to gyms and work out and take care of ourselves and do the things and are in the spaces that you are. Shouldn't matter. But it does matter. It does. And you know why? Because you're jealous of us. That is literally all it is. You're jealous that we are able to be happy and exist in our big fat bodies, and that threatens everything that you have ever been told about the patriarchy.
Jealousy? The patriarchy? We've officially left the realm of health and entered a buzzword salad. There is so much I want to say about this TikTok, but we'll make a separate video.
I'm convinced that the hate is just misdirected jealousy and actually wanting to be us, or even worse, they want to be with us.
How did he make you gain weight?
Now the man can cook, brother can throw down. But he cooked full course meals for breakfast, lunch, dinner. 2 o'clock in the morning, if I was hungry, he wouldn't fix me a sandwich. This man would make a whole meatloaf, potatoes and gravy, vegetables, a big stupid cup of Kool-Aid. I go to sleep right on that. Get up in the morning, he done fixed French toast, pancakes, grits, biscuits. So now I'm laying on food on top of the food I just laid on a couple of hours ago.
So your complaint is that this man cooked too often and too well, and
he made me gain weight.
Mrs. Lucas, have you lost your mind?
Bro's already thinking what to make for dinner.
I'm overweight. Of course I eat more calories in the morning than other people do in the entire day. I'm overweight. Of course I'm a VIP member at every restaurant, but not at a gym. I'm overweight, but I'm not alone. Every second American is.
Overweight? In your dreams.
If we're serious about reversing obesity, we have to stop normalizing all-day eating and pretending it's harmless. The fat acceptance movement ignores the metabolic truth. Start eating in windows, ditch the constant snacks, and watch how your energy, health, and weight transform. This is about discipline, science, and rejecting the lie that obesity is just another body type.